Come on in, Fina. Come on in. Alrighty. So here's where we're at with the Bugatti. You might as well come to the other side, sweetheart. Probably see a little more on this side. I've got a friend on the mountain, his name's Nathan, that's working on this. And basically we've got all the hoses hooked up now. We've got the power steering pump hooked up now. Carburetors are on. All the transmission lines are on. The exhaust is on. Now basically what we're trying to do is go for the wiring and see if we can get fire. Nathan says as long as we get fire, we're going to be ready to rock and roll. Everything is pretty basically ready to go. Valve pan covers are on, all bolted down and ready to rock and roll. We're having a little issue here. This is probably one of the issues that we're having. This here is it had an oil cooler on it, and it had just had a great big oil cooler on it. It's an 84 Jaguar, and it had big lines running off it and had a cooler on the front, and we deleted that. We first thought that we could just weld it off. I cut them off, the lines that come out, cut them off, weld them up, and deleted it. And then Nathan figured out we better not do that because it would cause pressure and maybe blow off the oil filter. So now we're trying to rig the oil lines to directly go right back around into the system without having the cooler on it. So what I did is I took these off. As you can see, they go in there. These used to have a line running off them, and with the oil cooler used to have a line running and a cooler up front somewhere. So what I did is I cut them off and I welded in a fitting for an airline. And then now we've got, we tried to tee it off to run a line from this one to this one because that's what it's supposed to do, and in and out. But when we got going with it, it really didn't look the greatest. I'm liking this one better. I like this fitting, this round fitting better here than this one. So I'm going to have to get another one of those. Every time I have to get one of those, I have to go for a drive. Like, it really takes a lot of time to get that sort of stuff. So anyways, as we got going, we were going to try to put them in one like this and one like this and try to tee them right here and put them together, but it just would not work that way. They were too close. It just, every way we done it, it just didn't look right or make us happy. So last night we got messing with it, and we think we're going to do this. Well, I'm pretty sure we're going to do this actually. We have, we're a little bit of line here. It's not, you know, tightened up or pipe threaded or anything yet, but and I'm going to get another one of these for that over there. But we're going to end up running it like that. You know, it probably, you wouldn't see it from the moon, but you wouldn't see it that bad if it runs like that. And also this wouldn't be kinked off. With it running straight across to each other, we couldn't get a line on it to make it look right. It just didn't look right. So this is what we got figured out. It took us a little while, but that's what's going to happen. We're going to go around there like that and clamp it. All the clamps on the car, we've decided to go with a little fancier, a little more expensive clamp.
Those are nice.
We did. Even the lines up here on the transmission cooler, we're going to use those clamps. Theirs are just a little bit different. We're going to use those clamps. We're going to cut off some water lines that we had on back of the intake. All the little pieces that we had for the transmission lines were painted and dealt with and put back on. The distributor right now is the issue now. We're just trying to figure out how much power to put to it, or, you know, basically what kind of distributor we got going on here. That's what he's trying to figure out right at the present moment. We have all the belts working now. With the fan,
Ooh, that's tight.
Swung a clutch fan here a little bit ago, and a clutch fan should have a little bit of drag. So when you go to turn it, it should have a little tiny bit of a drag there. You'll feel it like a drag. This has got none whatsoever. So we're going to have to find a clutch to go on that fan because it's basically no good from what I can tell. It should have a little bit of drag on it. This has none. The carburetors, what can I say? We put some sea foam in those and let them set. So they're basically, I'm not sure what's going on there yet. We'll have to decide. So probably this week, we will probably end up putting some power to the distributor, hot wiring it. We're gonna get it going with the wires that were on it. I did not take anything apart on it to get it at a time. So we're gonna put the wires back on it. We'll get it running with those. And then we're gonna go probably to those. Just to make it look older. What else? Everything, I've retightened everything on here, and glad to be known, I put lock washers on everything. And the reason being is every time I take something apart, I put this car together with just flat washers, and every time I take a car apart, there's generally a lock washer on it, so that's what I did. I put lock washers on everything. I went back over that. The front end, we actually, I don't know if we did a video of me drilling the steering arms or not, did we? I had a drill bit that I drilled the steering arms. This is like a Mustang 2 front end that was given to us by John Wilson. John Wilson had a little health issue here a little bit ago. I'm wishing you the best, old buddy. Wishing you the best, thinking about you. Anyways, he gave us these brakes, and this was Mustang, and I got a Jaguar rack. So what I had to do is I had to drill the steering arm to fit the Jaguar tie rod end. Nathan actually he got her steering straight last night, measured her up and did the best he could. We're probably an 1/8, whatever he said. We got a jam nut on there. I was worried about having enough thread with the tie rod end, and he said we probably got about 10 threads on it, so we should be good. We should be good. So in actual fact, getting all this little stuff and getting the right belt, getting the little clamps that you want, getting these fittings and these little barbs for the lines, getting your transmission cooler and getting that all hooked up and getting all your little clamps on it. It does take time, that's for sure, but we are getting closer for lighting it up. And when we get it lit up, then I can come in here and start it and let it run for a while, and then you know, just get it working. That's all. Get some antifreeze in the radiator. I've never even put antifreeze or water in the radiator yet, so I basically do not know exactly what's going on. But the transmission cooler's been put on. Yeah, there's a bunch of little things that takes time, so we'll end up getting the engine working. And as soon as I get the engine working, do not be surprised that Jolene's car gets a little bit of paint, because that's what's going to happen. As soon as the engine's working, then I can put paint on it and feel happy about it. And put paint on something before that is running and it's all plumbed and ready to rock and roll seems a bit silly to me. But we're going to be on that Bugatti very, very soon, and Jolene's going to be happy about that, no doubt in my mind. But this has to be running before I paint anything. So once we get it running, we'll be painting on the Bugatti. Once this gets running and we start working on the Bugatti, then that's when the T-Bird come in, that can get wired and get plumbed and get the brakes put on and that sort of stuff, because it does take that sort of stuff. All that stuff you do not see has to be done. And so this one's getting very close to being washed down, cleaned with Windex, cleaned up, get it running, and then put the body on it. From what I understand, Floyd I'm thinking he'd probably be pretty close on the seats. That'd be exciting to see those. Just to get a clutch for the fan, it takes time and effort. And there's still a few things that we have to get. We have to get a coil. I'd like to have a chrome coil for this, just because of the looks. When you look underneath the hood, I just think it would look better. And just being careful and trying to detail it all takes time. But we are getting closer every step. Like just last night, going through the book, and thank you for the book, we appreciate it, going through the books and figuring out what we need for the distributor to throw fire. Do we need a box, or can we just hardwire it? That's something that I'm letting Nathan figure out. And this is the sort of stuff that we do every, couple nights a week, we put a list. We just make a list what we need, and then we try to get it all. It says fan belt, 1 inch and 2 inch longer fan belt. So I've been over town 3 times getting fan belts, and that stuff it has to be done. Like in order to make it work, it has to be done. Now I have a list. Jolene made a list over here. I think she made a list. There's some things on this. Last night we made a little list. We need a chrome 12 volt coil. We need to go back to Skirman's because I ruined one of the ends I bought. I was trying to make it smaller, and it does not work because it's pipe thread, and that pipe thread would not screw back into that, so I have to go get another one of those. We need some clamps for the cutoffs for the water, and we need some clamps for the little tiny hoses that we're running, and we need electric fuel pump. I think we're going to get 3 to 6 pound, I think, I'm not sure, but we need electric fuel pump we're going to put on it. And so the list is getting smaller, but we still need that stuff, and you have to run to town to go get it. I wonder if it's raining out. Let's go outside and check. See if it's raining out.
Yes, it is.
It's raining quite heavy. Probably no sandblasting for a while. And you can see there, right there. Cool. So we'll just go back inside. You want to shut? Yeah, Doug, get the door shut. We'll just go back in the shop for a minute because it's raining. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play on that. I'm going to make myself happy. You know how you make yourself happy, don't you, Doug? Do what you want to do. Huh?
Work on what you want.
So we're just kind of, we're going to put this together a little bit, get this back together, put the trunk lid on it, I'm not going to put the hood on it yet, and the reason being is I want to put the engine back in it. We got to get, here's another thing. I cannot finish the firewall until I get the master cylinder, until I get the slave cylinder for the clutch. I cannot do that because I have to have it to be able to know where it's going. So, and this car has no wiring in it whatsoever, so the car has to be rewired. I got a brand new wiring harness. I'm not the guy for that. Nathan's probably the guy for that. So there's a lot of stuff that has to be done before any paint goes on it. I've got it looking good. Come in and take a look at the trunk lid if you like, sweetheart. So we've got the underneath the trunk lid and the hood, or the trunk lid and the hood all primed. You've seen that, we showed that, and it's looking really good. I'm happy with it. And this is the point where I come in and fill the pinhole. So I got a little pinhole right there I see, a couple right there, and that's when I'd fix them right now. I'd fix them before I do any guide coating or any sanding or blocking, but that's what's going on there. So yeah, so we're going straight forward. I'm going to do some sandblasting. Not this minute because it's raining out, but we have, we're going to put the bird back together, get it wired up, get the engine in it, get all the brakes put on it. That's another thing too. We might as well do all the brakes on it. And Jolene's Bugatti is on deck. And the reason being is it's almost ready to start and almost ready to rock and roll. But I want something to come in and play with before that happens. And I'm going to do what I want to do to make myself happy. We'll do a little fabrication, a little sandblasting. We'll do some bead rolling. We'll put some panels in it. We'll actually try to make it a roller. And then I can be happy with it. I can roll it around and all that stuff. It's been sitting outside there for a couple of years now. And just make myself happy. Yeah, and then we'll move the bird out. We'll get that place so we can get some work done on that, get the lights and all that stuff working, the wiring, and we'll go from there. But you come back tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll either be sandblasting or we'll be fabricating something. Simple as that. That's what we'll be doing, or we'll be making something. Is that good? All right, everybody. Thanks for coming back. You know, there wasn't much going on today. There was going to be something going on, but it's raining right at the present moment, and that stops things. So we're just going to go to the part where we're just going to fit on the trunk lid, probably put the engine back in it, mock it up a little bit, We won't put the hood back on it because there's too much work to do inside here to put the hood back on it. But, you know, I need things, and things do not just get at the tap of the fingers. We are going to be at Syracuse Nationals 14th and 15th of July. Come see us. We're excited to go, and we will be there, and you be there, or be square. Like, subscribe, comment, come back. See you tomorrow.